on the YouTube. What's going on? It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday. Well, let's see who shows up. Let's see if anybody even knows about this YouTube channel I have. Let's put it up on the screen behind us. We can do that. Hell yeah, we can do that. What's this 2 with a person on there? Does that mean someone's actually watching this? I put up a little thing saying that I was going live. We'll see if someone shows up. In the meantime, look at this face. This face is horrible. What was I watching? I was watching On Cinema, In Cinema, some Tim Heidecker show from 10 years ago. Oh, you know what we could probably do? Can we watch my live on my live? Down to 1 person now. That's 50% of where we were. Chat here, though. I wonder if anybody could show up and drop some stuff. Fun new boundaries of content creation that we are creating. I did a show today, just dropped, and so far I'm hearing that, it's pretty awesome. Hey, look, that's me. That's my nipple on my shirt with my Mad Pinball logo. Whoa! Inception! Inception, insta-subception. This is stupid. This is the stupid kind of content. Whoa. All right. I'm going to let this go for a second. This is stupid. Whoa. All right. I'm going to let this go for a second. Tim. Oh, Tim, what's up, buddy? I was just talking to you, right? Oh, man. So hopefully I can be your second favorite internet pinball content creator. But I'm not 100% behind a paywall, and I'm not 100% standing on a crate. What else can we watch? I don't want to watch YouTube on YouTube. That's stupid. Let's just go to the home channel. Let's go home, see what it's recommending for me. I guess there's a hurricane somewhere. Oh, look. Here's a video about Morgantown, West Virginia that I was in yesterday.
All right, everyone.
Well, I'll let that play in the background.
I am in Morgantown.
Now, yesterday I was in Morgantown, West Virginia, which is where I'm currently stationed adjacent to. And place just opened, well, kind of reopened last week. And, thank you for the Twitter vote. I got to play a little game I like to call Jurassic Park. It was a premium. And I was like kind of playing the game with renewed interest, given that we just dropped Stern Pinball just dropped the 30th anniversary limited edition. You thought there was only 500. Now there's more. I'm glad people found their way over here. That's awesome. Where'd my chats go, though? There they are. Wow. I'm glad I'm your favorite depending on the week. Down South Pinball. What's going on, buddy? Thanks for popping in here. I have a goal of getting more on YouTube with the lives and not on the Facebook. I think there's more functionality on here. Plus, a little birdie called Jack Danger told me that this is like the new forum. Oh, yes. This is the new forum for streaming, apparently. Like Twitch has some new weird rules. I don't know, but I'm about to order some more equipment and maybe actually play pinball on a live stream. What do you think? So have I seen the Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia? Let's say I've met the Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. Does that work? So yes, I've seen the film, and yes, I used to live here for about 10 years. So my wife actually ran into Jessica White and them in Huntington, West Virginia. She should jump on here. I wonder if she knows I'm live streaming right now. But yeah, so we lived in near Huntington, West Virginia. It's in the corner where West Virginia, Ohio, and Kentucky all kind of come together. It's where a little girl named Destiny Cyrus was born. Y'all know her as Miley, right? Miley Cyrus was from Asheville, Kentucky, which is right across the river. I'm going to slip into my Appalachian dialect when I talk about this because I can't say Ashland, Kentucky without having my hills and holler accent, like, loaded, right? Regular Don, or y'all can get Midwest Don, or you can pick Appalachian Don, which is what you got right now. So anyway, so we live there, and the next county south, like Lincoln County, and then there's Boone County, and that's where the Whites is. So So I've seen it. I've seen it first, mother grabbing hand. I had people I took care of in the Huntington area with that last name. So that last name, McCoy, uh, Uperdon, Upers. So Upers, that's Upper Panhandle of Michigan. I don't really have that accent because I haven't spent a ton of time up there, but I have been to Lake Superior. There's Choopers, which live just south of the border between Wisconsin and Michigan. They're cheese Upers, is what they call them. And then the Upers extend all the way over north of the Mackinac Island Bridge or whatever. And then the rest of Michigan, they're called Trolls because trolls live under bridges. That's about as much as I understand about the culture, the primitive but evocative culture of the northern panhandle of Michigan. Oh man, every now and then I get some people, because I'm in central Wisconsin, people float in from like Minnesota, Duluth and stuff, and you hear the old you betchas and stuff like non-ironically, and everybody where I live says big. Like, you want a big? It's like hilarious. I am not from Wisconsin. I just reside there right now. I'm from a little coastal town in California called Los Angeles, specifically Long Beach, which is where like my ancestral heritage is. And then you mix that with Northern California, West Virginia, Central Pennsylvania, North Idaho, and now Wisconsin, and you get this. You get a handsome bearded male who is mediocre at pinball, but number one in your hearts. I come all the way from the LBC, straight with my homie Stoop D-O-double-G, yes. It is expensive to live in California. I was way ahead of the curve, man. 2004, I got out. I moved to West Virginia, of all places, from California. And houses out there, comparatively, were free. So I went out there and ended up going to college and stuff, and it was a little bit more affordable. But now I've been spending all of my student loan money on pinball machines, or at least I've been accused of that, apparently, I'm hearing. I got to text the woman and let her know to come on in here, because this is gold. I don't want to miss this live. Let's see what my functionality is. Chat viewing option. All messages are visible. I like that. Oh, there they are. Hey, this is fun. We're having fun. Add guest. Ooh, I can text her a guest message. Did I just disappear and reappear, or was I here the whole time? Oh, this is fun. This is way better than paying off the loans. I was being facetious. I was being facetious. I guess that's the best. I feel like I'm stuck in a psych ward. I do these long stretches of 24-hour shifts at this rural hospital on the mountaintop in West Virginia. And, after today's 5 days of this, I've got 2 more. I feel like I'm a patient, like I'm an inpatient. I'm stuck here. Not like stuck. Like I can go outside, I can go into town, I can get some food, I can go to Walmart, which I use as my gym. Little known secret. Walmart has like a workout sports aisle, and they have free weights, and you can go there and pick up the heavy weights and put them down several times, and then set them back on the shelf, and then call it workout complete. With the guns. And I joke that in West Virginia, ain't nobody else using them anyway, so what do they care? But the Walmart in town, cheapest gym in town. I'll have to shower at the hospital, but I don't shower at the Walmart. Although maybe if I was invited by a checkout clerk. I feel like this camera's right at breast level, so that'll get the people watching the people what they want. Anyway, I dropped a new show today, and it was weird. I sat here thinking, like, I really don't have enough content for a whole show. And so throughout the day, I was jotting down little notes of things I could maybe talk about to try to cobble together something. And then I made probably the longest show that I've made in 10 shows. It went like over 35 minutes. I still had more stuff to talk about. So hopefully that gives somebody's commute something interesting. I finished listening to Jason's Pinball Party podcast this week. And should I give away the ending? The guy is leaving the Pinball Network. So that means there's an opening. So maybe Canada can slide right in there and finally get on TPN, where like I'm sure he will fit in. What do you guys think? Do you listen to the episodes? Are they entertaining? Can I fix them? I'm back now that you guys can see everything. We're on YouTube. I got Morgantown kind of washed out in the background. I'm excited though. I go back home in 2 days, and I'm gonna get some more camera equipment, and I want to hook up my machines. I really want to stream the machines on the YouTube. I think that'd be fun because I like doing the comments, and I think watching a pinball stream would give everybody else something much more interesting than me to take a look at. Look at what I'm dealing with here. Look at all the Diet Cokes. I got restocked today, but this is what we're living on. I got bagels. Oh, look, I probably wasn't supposed to do this, but when I come out here, sometimes I buy a toaster oven. This is $19 at Walmart, and then it gives me a way to cook food in here. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to have it or not, but I just toss it when I'm done. So let's do a giveaway. All right. First person to tell me their favorite Bally Williams game will get this toaster oven mailed to them. Monica gave me a thumbs up. Maybe she'll come on. She doesn't have to come on live. I just wanted to let her know I was on here. Anybody who have my wife's number, just give. So name your favorite Bally Williams game, and I will send you this $19 electrical toaster oven. I'll throw a Don's Pinball Podcast sticker on it. I tore up the box already, though. I'd have to tape it back together. Or I'll just toss it in the trash. Oh, man, how embarrassing. I haven't cleaned up. So, game show. Oh, dude, Tim, that's it. You got to come take it. Game show is fun. I played it at, Nerd Haven in Madison. They have one. They have about 40 games in there. And they have a free-to-play arcade as well, but the pinball is all on coin drop. And I've played game show on the virtual machine. Like, it's okay. But playing it in person is kind of really fun. Is that really your favorite Bally Williams game? I was just at Electric Bat, and I can't say enough good things about these people. I was just in their stream, and I was talking to Kale and them, because I listen to them on the Pinball Party podcast. But look at this cool shirt. It's backwards. I need to figure out how to write the left stuff on here. This glows in the dark. I bought that. They didn't give it to me. So just for transparency purposes, because apparently that's important. So let me put it to you. If people send me free stuff and I talk about how cool it is that like shilling? Or is that just me like saying, dude, I got this cool stuff? You know what I should do? If people send me free stuff to review, I should review it and then give it away. What do you think? Like if I got a banner or something. So what I've done before is people have sent me mods to use, and I tried them out. Like the games people sent me that Rush mod that goes along the back of the play field where it has a bunch of different album covers. It's $80. He sent it to me, and he's like, check it out. And so I installed it. I checked it out. I reviewed it. I think it was cool, but I didn't want to buy it, so I sent it back to him. And I think that's fine to do. What I don't want to do is, get kickbacks or money from someplace and then a product that I really don't like myself. So I'll still give honest reviews of things. If people send them, I like getting stuff in the mail. I'll tell you what I think about it. Oh, really? So that's strange because YouTube, as far as left, right. So is it reading correctly for you guys? Because my screen is flipped. But then when I've done a YouTube video before, it recorded backwards, but then it played back just fine. So I think YouTube might auto flip cameras and whatnots and what have yous. Covering over the episode, I talked about American Pinball and where I think they're heading. What do I know? But I don't know what they know either. I gave a lot of praise to Spooky Pinball because they're killing it. They're about halfway through. Oh, sweet. Okay, I don't have to mess with it then. The Spooky Pinball's halfway through their build of Scooby-Doo which I think is great, and they're accelerating. I think they're making games twice as fast as they were when they started. I was talking to Bug on his live stream recently. He said they're doing 24 games a week, whereas when they started, they were budgeting about 10. So that goes from 40 games a month to 100. which means if they are at 900 and they sold maybe 1,500 to 1,800 games, they have about another 6 months of production until they're caught up and would maybe need to start production on another game. Mm-hmm. So I think that's good for them. I think even if they sold 1,500 of the 1969 games, that leaves them 400 and something they can contractually still build. And then, if they catch up on all their orders in 6 months, put another game out on the line and run that. And then later on, when they need a little gap there, like they're maybe not ready to release their next thing, but they're coming up to the end of production on what they're doing, they can then reintroduce and run like another 200 Scooby-Doos, right? Just like they did with Total Nuclear Annihilation. I think that's a healthy choice for the company, especially as they expand production. They're getting a new production facility, and either this fall or next spring, it should be ready to go. But it would be good for them to keep that cycle going. It's got to be more efficient to have a bigger facility and just do all the assembly in one building. If you remember from their live stream, they were running upstairs, grabbing a play field, running it downstairs, putting it in a machine, grabbing a blank field, running upstairs, getting it soldered and populated, running it down, like up and downstairs. All sorts of different departments. The decals are being made over here. The 3D printers are over here. It's all over the place. So if they could streamline the efficiency, which it seems like what they're doing, I think I keep wanting to call them Bo and Luke, but I think they're going to continue to grow as far as units of production, how quickly they're getting games out, and really they're going to be like number 3 contender for pinball, right? Stern, JJP is ahead of AP and everybody else, but the Spooky's right there, and I think if they keep their numbers going, they may get to a point where they can pivot and run one game for 2 weeks and another game for a week, and then kind of pivot back and forth. Maybe I should just drive down there this week on, say, Thursday and go talk to them. Oh, that's a crazy idea. I don't know why that just came to me. Maybe I stop by there on Thursday. Maybe I've already been invited. Thank everybody. I put a thread up today. What do you guys want to hear about on the episode? And then actually at the end of the episode, I went through and talked about each one of those things. That was fun. A little interactive. Get yourself a shout out. Dude, the Rush Pro ramps. Have you guys seen this? So the Rush Pro has this blind alley kind of midfield up in the back where there's a stand-up target, where on the Pro or the Premium and LE, there's a VUC into that wire form. Well, some mad lad, actually I think 2, have come up with a little ramp you can put in there, and then a wire form that goes down to feed the in lane on that right side. So, oh my goodness, you can get that functionality into a Pro. Now, the purists will probably say that changes the geometry of the game, and it wasn't as intended. But I guess CoinTaker is selling a version, and somebody else has one that's maybe a little better. Help me out. Who's the person other than CoinTaker that's selling that ramp? Now, I've seen accessory ramps before. There's one for Blades of Glory, for Dark Knight, Rage of Steel. What the hell is that game called? Oh, David, that's awesome. Sword of Rage. So there's a VUC with a quick little ball eject ramp that goes into a wire form. But somebody's modified that to put a big sword in there or something, and it's like an extra ramp that it comes down instead of ticking out wherever it was supposed to go. That, I think, changes the gameplay, because that's not something that was in any version of Sword of Rage. It's cool. Yeah, yeah, it's cool. But, the purist may say, this is like putting a rubber band in an outlane. That's cool too, but that changes everything. What about the Jerry ramp in Rick and Morty? I've got that. And that, I think, fixes an unintended problem. Thanks, Koss. Then welcome over to YouTube, man. I'm trying this out. I had a listener reach out and say, why don't you try YouTube Live? And I was like, all right, let's do it. But the Rick and Morty Jerry ramp, it makes that upper shot more consistent, less ball rejects. Plus, you can shoot it where the Jerry drop target or stand-up target was, and it actually throws the ball up to the portal. It's not an easy shot still, but really. So, yeah, I like it. I kind of want to look at these machines as a platform. You buy the machine from Stern, and we already outfit them with art blades and mods and other things. But thing we can do to add more functionality, like add an extra ramp or something. Who's to say that's a problem? Fine, it's not sanctioned in a tournament, but you're not playing tournaments in your home unless you're Jay and Emily down in Iowa who have 700 games and can do that. I got to get by that place. I've been invited and I want to go. I have to clean my lens. But the other thing, what about custom aftermarket, like fan fiction code, right? We know about the code for Jurassic Park. It adds the movie elements in there. A company like Stern, they negotiate a license to make Jurassic Park. This is what could be included. This can't unless we pay extra money. It's not worth it. The juice isn't worth the squeeze, as they say. So we get a game like Jurassic Park, which just doesn't have any movie clips or any Jeff Goldblum in it. Fine. But let's say somebody makes code to put in those scenes and things and then offers that code for free online. They're not selling it. And you just happen to come across it, put it on an SD card, put it in your machine, and now you've got full scenes and full call outs that are all unlicensed, but you now have them. So you have a game that has all that functionality. I like that idea. I see it as like fan fiction or a homebrew, right? Or like a rethemed Nintendo game, right? There's versions of Super Mario. There's like 10,000 versions of Super Mario that have different code in them, different characters, different skins and things. So I see it like that. I guess that's true for tournament-wise. So what do you think? Live streaming on YouTube. I like the comments section a lot better. This didn't let me rotate my phone for some reason. But I think when I do lives on YouTube, I'm planning to do it so I can have more cameras. And then hopefully I can figure out how to stream from my basement. Jack Danger has a whole web page he's done on like different ways that you can stream the equipment that you need. So that was very helpful. So I think I made a list. I picked out the equipment I'm going to start with. A couple of inexpensive but functional cameras, and we'll see how it goes. Because I wouldn't mind streaming some pinball. Figure out how to do it. Have a little rotating logo in the corner, man. I mean, that'd be awesome. Oh, when I've done videos on YouTube before, there were ways that I could add my logo to them. I don't know if I have that functionality here. Save highlight, share, mute microphone, add guest. Well, I don't want to do any of that stuff. I got 8 people that showed up. And this isn't even on Facebook. I wonder how many people are waiting over there on Facebook. Is this still Morgantown, West Virginia? Look at this place, man. It's a town. Or if that's even the same video. What do you guys think is the best place to live in the country? Let's stick with regions. You guys like Great Lakes region? That's where I'm at. Northern Great Lakes, upper Midwest. There's lower Midwest like Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska. There's West Coast, which is always on fire and has no water. There's the Northeast, which is probably the most expensive, densely packed, Canada-full area of the country. You got Deep South, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana. Texas is just kind of its own thing. And then you got Florida, which is also kind of its own thing. It's the only state in the nation that you have to go north to end up in the South, unless you're in the Panhandle. So as far as the U.S., what would you guys think? I like Wisconsin. I think it's a good mix of affordability for sure, lack of traffic, a lot of outdoor stuff to do, and the food's not great. A lot of pinball. And it's adjacent to Chicago, so you've got all that business. Bring back the girl. So that's why I picked there. I was also looking at Chattanooga, Tennessee, because I like Eastern Tennessee, Smoky Mountains, Pigeon Forge, Dollywood, that whole vibe I'm really into. David, where are you at now? Come to Wisconsin. I was also looking at Charlotte, North Carolina. I think it's an up-and-coming hidden gem. It's a big city. It's a state capital, but it's not like Atlanta where it's just overrun with people and, there's just like so much it takes forever to get anywhere. But they have sports teams. They've got a big airport. They're close to the mountains. Illinois is probably next to Michigan, one of my least favorite states. You got Illinois and Indiana. And Indiana had Holiday World. a theme park about different holidays of the year. And so I'd always go to Indiana to go to the theme park, and Illinois was always just there. And is Raleigh the capital? Okay, you're probably right. All right, so the major metro city, at least Charlotte. You got the Hornets and some other teams, right? So like living there, there's universities, there's hospitals, there's infrastructure, there's pinball places, there's things to do. But there's a lot of that city infrastructure without having to live in, Chicago, or just like nuts and you can't get anywhere. All right, Illinois. So Illinois regionally, not too different from Wisconsin, but Wisconsin has more nature and it's more spread out. And I think the taxes are much more favorable. And the pay is pretty good. For me, my line of work, what I do, Wisconsin's one of the highest paying areas. So I love it anytime I could find high pay and low cost of living. Diet Coke is amazing. I'm energized. I haven't eaten anything today except a protein bar. But that's okay because I ate a ton of gas station food yesterday. Is it raining? Yes. I think it's raining. You want to see out the window? We can go walk around outside, although my Wi-Fi signal goes in and out. Here's what it's like currently at the state asylum that I live at. Sometimes they let me out. I don't think it. Yeah, I think it is raining. I think it did rain. Maybe the sprinklers are on. Yo, tacos. Wisconsin food is flipping terrible. I'm thinking because I love my bolted modded games about the next game I buy, I won't modify it at all. That way it's for skill. So I had this idea. Before Foo Fighters. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy the next 4 Stern games. I'm committed. I'm just going to buy them. They come out every 4 to 6 months. I'll buy one. I'll have it. I'll live stream it or whatever, review it. And then when the next one comes out, I'll sell it and get the next new one. And I'll just have a rotating game. So I always have the newest Stern. And maybe I have to lose a little bit of money on each transaction. But I look at that as like a monthly entertainment fee. And I was going to do it with the next 4 Sterns. So I got Foo Fighters. And then I went crazy modding it. And then it turned out to be really fun too, right? Because you're Virginia, right? And then Venom's coming out, and Venom doesn't look like it's the next level game. It's not an Elwyn fan layout. I'll play the code. I'll beat. I want to call him Nap, but Null a couple of times. I'll unlock all the stuff, and then I think whenever like Jaws comes out, Venom can get up out. But now I'm rethinking it of doing kind of like the Don's Pinball Podcast, Pinball Refinery Edition games, right? Where I get the game, the premiums, and I put in the shaker and the knocker and the art blades and, maybe a couple of tasteful mods if they make sense. But the Kenwood speakers, so they have the LE speakers in there. I won't do speaker lights and all that business, but I'll powder coat it because I have a local powder coater who's very affordable, like under $200 to redo the whole game. So you'll get a powder coated game with the shaker, knocker, art blades, flipper toppers, because I love those. They're not very expensive. Plastic protectors, and then I'll offer that up for sale. I'll even redo the T-molding to match the powder coat. And then when I sell it, it'll maybe be worth a little bit more, or at least be more desirable and sell quick. So I'm still kind of entertaining that idea, but I don't think I'm ready to get rid of Foo Fighters just yet. The unintended consequence to my brilliant plan was that I don't want to get rid of a game too early. Oh, yeah, I got that. Someone tell Russ. He's looking for my live. I don't want to get rid of a game too early when the code is still being developed, right? Let me see if I can send a message to Russ real quick. Oh, I should boot up the laptop. I just want to pop out and send a message to my boy Russ. He's operating my Halloween for me. But yeah, like I don't want to get rid of Foo Fighters if before like the code is like fully good. David, thanks for joining, man. Really appreciate it. 10 people have showed up, and I just made an announcement and showed up here. This is already a screaming success. Brian Cos, I think he's Virginia. I looked at living in the Virginia Beach region, Williamsburg. I like it. It's colonial. It's coastal. Busch Gardens is there. The food is good. Housing is moderately priced, but not like DC prices. I think that's a cool region of the country. I like, someone said earlier, Western North Carolina. Asheville's a great town. I've been there. They have a mellow mushroom. God, why can't Wisconsin have good pizza? It's all like Chicago pizza, but done poorly. I want this like New York style pizza. Oh, it's like that. It's like cut into freaking strips. Wisconsin's got this food right here. They would call this food cheese fries or Italian cheese fries. It's like a pizza crust with garlic butter on it and cheese. Anybody else would call it like breadsticks or like garlic bread maybe or garlic breadsticks. But they call it cheese fries, which is awful. Oh, nice. Man, I want to live in a mountain town where there's rivers to go jump into, like giant rocks, and I love mountains, so maybe I just need to move to Asheville. It's close to Dollywood, and I love Dollywood. I love Pigeon Forge. They're getting a new Crayola indoor fun place. Man, my wife doesn't want to move again, and we got a really cool house in Wisconsin. She's got friends there now, so I totally get it. So I'll probably stay in Wisconsin, but I'll travel. But shoot, I live in Wisconsin, but last week I was in Arizona. This week I'm in West Virginia. So it's so easy to get around. If you want to like change your perspective on life, traveling's the best way to do it. Because if you live your whole life in just this little perimeter, that's all of your experience occurs right in that little spot on Earth. But within a day, you can reach most of the world. And it doesn't have to be terribly expensive. There's a way to do it. Before I had any money at all, I was traveling on Greyhound buses just to get places. Now I've been to every state except Alaska. I've been to 20 countries altogether. You can go to Europe. If you go to Europe in July, it's going to be an expensive plane ticket. If you go to Europe in February, it's going to be a third of the price. And there's still fun stuff to do. Go experience the culture. Put yourself in a place where you don't speak the language. And then learn some more about yourself by being in that. It's a little intimidating at first, but you're going to be okay, and you're going to have a good time. And you're going to come back with a new perspective. Whenever you do travel like that, you never come back to the same place. You're home when you go back to it with the new perspective of seeing different solutions to the same problems. You've got new eyes on where you live. So that can be a little scary for people too. Like people are just like, they're comfortable in their reality and they don't want anything to challenge that. So I don't want to put anybody through any undue stress. But if you want to really expand your consciousness, travel is a good way to do it. Look at this guy. Who is that? What in the world is he doing? First time I went to Japan. I mean, there you're in a culture where you not only don't speak the language, you can't even read it. So you have to think of new ways to interact with your world. And what a cool place! It's so probably is, but for me, I'm gonna get some light on now. The sun's going down. For me, it was interesting to meet other people or interact with other people that not only have never been to my state, but a lot of them have never been to my country. And unless you leave your country, you're never somebody that's never been there. Just I know it sounds stupid and simple, but these are the things that don't occur to you until you travel. Pinball market trends. So I like them all too. I don't know much to talk, so I don't do it. I know that I like to buy machines that are awesome. I know what I want to see in machines, and so I talk about that. And I'm cool with Scooby-Doo, man. It's a fun game. I love that theme. I love ramps. I love ramps. Jack Danger was posed a question on Facebook. How many ramps is too many ramps? And I just replied, I love ramp. So more ball paths. I've been playing some Dot Matrix games, little Bally Williams stuff, also some Sega stuff. I played Independence Day, and it is nothing but half a play field of plastic ramps. And when you go up to that, it's like, you start looking at the ball there, And then now I'm good enough at pinball, at aim and get my shots now. So like that's really fun for me. A game like Adam's Family is pretty open, does have ramps, but Independence Day is just ramp cluster. I played No Fear at Electric Bat Arcade, and it's nothing but tons of ramps and ball paths and jumps and a talking skull, which you shoot balls into his mouth. Like, that's super fun. Whitewater, I've always loved Whitewater. That roller coaster ramp on the side with the dips, man, and just all the rock work and the theming, love it. But I'm the type of guy that likes themed log rides too. Show me a mountain with paths through it, and let me ride in the log and go through all the different pathways. Like any kind of like vehicle and a track, I'm into it. I like trains, particularly where they go across crossings and set off the mechanisms and stuff. I've always liked that. I like roller coasters because they follow a track and go on a journey. I love themed roller coasters even better. The Matterhorn at Disneyland is my favorite roller coaster. So, when I see a thing like Whitewater and it's a mountain with a Yeti and ball paths and flippers and like, how do I get the ball to go up over there? I'm all about it. A game like Total Nuclear Annihilation, I didn't warm up to right away because there's no ramps for me to shoot at. So then I learned it's about gameplay and accuracy and all this business, and now I appreciate it. A game like Bond 60 is like a really cool experience. I can appreciate Pulp Fiction now for that reason. But when I see something like Scooby-Doo with rock work, an upper play field, 4 flippers, 5 ramps, apron locks, like there's so much places for the ball to go, I'm about it. And I get it if you're like a tournament guy, it's kind of an easier game. You're going to get bored with it. The game's going to last 7 hours. I get it. You got to remove every outlane post in order to have a tournament on it. I'm not a guy that can play Rush for an hour, usually. So for me, I appreciate that. Can't wait to see what's next from Spooky. So talking to Spooky Buck, on the live stream that he did for TNA, dude got to the 9th reactor. I couldn't believe it. He said that when building Halloween, when it was already designed, they were kind of finishing up the design on Scooby-Doo, and they were so excited about Scooby-Doo and all the things that were in it versus like what they just finished with Halloween and Ultraman. And he said now the game that they are working on right now to follow Scooby-Doo, they're that excited about what's in that game as they were excited about Scooby-Doo when Halloween was on the line. So I don't know. I don't think they're going to do another wide body or anything, but I think we're going to see some cool, mechanistic, interesting stuff from Spooky. I talked about this at length in my episode too, about how they're kind of almost comparable to Jersey Jack as far as like how much they're putting into their machines. As far as it comes with a topper, it's powder coated. I was going to say there's a shooter rod, but Scooby doesn't have that. But they're kind of competing like more on that level versus Stern, where everything is stripped down, and the limited edition is the only one that comes with a shaker motor and everything. And Scooby-Doo's loaded with all that. You get high res glass, a shaker. I don't know if it has a knocker or not. I may have to add that. Doesn't have a shooter rod because it's got a shooter button, but it's got the powder coat. The rails are all powder coated. There's all those sculpts in there. So they're really catering to that market. I know it seems weird to compare JJP with Spooky, but in Europe, it kind of makes sense. Like for thousands of dollars less than a Godfather CE in Europe, you can get a Scooby-Doo that's loaded with powder coat and lights and all that business. So I think that's cool. Stern kind of has us trained. That they found that tipping point where they can strip down a game this much without losing sales, and like that's where they're keeping everything. And I think as long as they're selling out of all of their games, that's what we're going to see. It seems to be a little bit of a softening of the market, a little bit of pushback, but I don't know if that pushback is going to result in lower prices. I think they're just going to keep releasing more games to keep the line going, keep the money machine churning. But you can't blame them because we're buying them, right? How's your Sunday? I love the comments and interactions. This is fun. It's way easier to see on YouTube than it is on Facebook. What else do you guys want to talk about? This is your time to jump on here and be like, Don, I always wanted to ask you this. I'm thinking of a lot of inappropriate questions I could throw out there that I don't really want to answer on a live stream that's family friendly. Don, how do you get your beard look so good? Don, is Canada really your cousin? I mean, maybe. Probably not. Why do I look so fat in this shirt? It's because I'm fat. I don't have cargo shorts on, though. I'm not going to bend over and show you like Caveman did in his live. That was a little off-putting. So, all right, what else we got? I talked about everybody except for American Pinball. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if that company has a strategy. I talked to a guy that's got a Galactic Tank Force. It's the Tank Edition. He says it's playing good, so that's great. The game feels solid. The gameplay's a little weird. The videos are cringy. They did a terrible job marketing this game because it's only today's years old that actually understand what the story of the game even really is. And I think they should have came out with that out of the gate so we understood what it was. There's been a lot of like figuring it out. But I think what's most where's your local collectors, you know? Like where are these games at? These should be churning out of the factory. But this game was released a while ago. They've been on some locations. Why aren't they in every arcade? If I had a location that was operating, I would absolutely have a Galactic Tank Force for sure, because nobody's going to buy this game, or not that many people are going to buy it. So if you go to an arcade and they have it, you're going to gravitate and play it because you'd rather put $5-10 in at an arcade than $9,000 and have a game that is maybe too weird to own long term. My wife has already told me she doesn't want me to have it in the house. So where are the games at? You know, what's going on in the factory? I know people aren't like unboxing Houdinis right now or Oktoberfests. I don't think their games are terrible. I just think they're not good enough for me to want one in the house because there's other things I'd rather have for the same amount of money. But like, where are these games at? You know, they should be championing Galactic Tank Force, and they're not. And there's locations are few and far between. I travel a lot, so I've been able to play like 4 of them or so. But where are they? I don't know what's going on with that company. So we got a comment. Down South Pinball, what's up? Dwight Sullivan's Code. Is this the direction and trend going forward? And by that, like log in and the adventure mode of pinball. I don't know that we're going to see this on every Stern game that comes out, but I think we will see more of it. I don't think what they'll do is go down Godzilla so you can log into Godzilla and kind of keep your game going, get experience points and all that. I think it would be cool if they did it, but I don't know that they will. I think Venom, we're definitely going to see it. And then the next 3 games are probably already designed, and this isn't a concept that they're thinking of putting in there already, so we're probably not going to see it. But after then, about a year from now, I think we'll see more of that type of integration. We still don't know the end game, though, with Insider Connected, what they're going to do. For sure, they're gathering huge amounts of data and then, you know, doing whatever it is that they're doing with that to see like which direction they should go to help with sales and integration and interest. But I think Insider Connected for sure gets people excited to come back to that game and play it. You know, when I go to an arcade and I'm able to scan, I'm excited. Even if I have that game at home, I will go and play that game on location because then I can get a verified, you know, achievement or a reward or whatever it is. So they've got me. I'm playing games I already own at home on location because of Insider Connected. And I love the idea of being able to scan in and play a game and build up experience points, and that's how you like get through the game. So now everybody theoretically should be able to get to the end of a game. It may take you still a long time to do it, but I think that's fun. The only other way I know to do it is to set your game to a 10-ball game, which I'm currently testing out with Foo Fighters just because I want to get to the end code. I can have a good game on Foo Fighters where I get to the mini wizards, you know, Austin or DC. I beat both of them, but I haven't done like all the cities and DC and then the rest of the cities and then Austin and then got to like that final mode. So I have it on 10 balls now so I can do that. But, you know, it may be 1 out of 20 games that I get to a mini wizard mode. When I'm on 5 balls, it's like 1 out of every, you know, 5 games I can do it. 10 balls, I'll be able to get farther. But I talked to Monica, my wife, and she would be interested in just doing a kind of a progressive mode where it saves your progress, and then each game you start with like those inserts lit so you can get farther into the cities and eventually get all the way through. I like the way that with Venom Code, when you do finally beat that last final boss and unlock your new character, your score resets to 0, and now you get to do it again. And Dwight did a cool thing where it's also like a boss rush mode. There's a global timer on your game. So as you play each game, that timer keeps ticking up for like real-time game hours. And then when you beat Null at the end, it'll give you like your time total of gameplay time. How long did it take for you to get there? And then the next time you do it, maybe a little better and you can beat it. Maybe it took you 45 minutes of in-game time to get through everything. Now you can see if you can do it in 30. I do a similar thing with the new mode with Godzilla, which is effectively a boss rush mode. The first time I did it, I had 3 seconds left before I slung that last ball into the scoop. And then I did it again, I had 18 seconds left. So, that got me going back to the code to not only finish it, but like see if I could do it quicker. So I think that's fun. So I think we'll see more of that type of integration into the game, although I don't know that everyone is going to have that progressive savior game, like pinball adventure, as it were. I talked about Pinball Adventure on my episode today. I think they're the company to watch. I know people have strongly held opinions on Andrew McBain, who's behind this place. But I don't think anybody's beyond redemption. He's been cool with me, but I didn't know him with like the Todd Tuckey book stuff or whatever. But I will say this: say what you want about Punny Factory, so it's not going to grab you. I haven't gone out and bought one yet or anything, despite what people seem to claim. But if you want a Punny Factory and you order one, you're going to get one fairly quickly. There's something to say about that. All right. How many people ordered a Big Lebowski and waited 9 years? How many people ordered a Fathom and are still waiting and being told they're going to have it by the end of the year? And that was 2022, and that came and went. And where the hell's the game, right? And then we're filling up a shipping container, but people are still paying $1,800 to air freight it. Like, that sucks. To be committed to a game monetarily and not know when it's going to come back. But with Pinball Adventures, if you want a Punny Factory, you can get one. You can get them at shows discounted. This guy is showing up at shows with games and selling them. If you want to buy a Punny Factory at a show, he will get you the discounted show price, but he'll send you a game that he's making in the price included. There's a lot of cool things going on with that. He's clear coating and basically direct printing, butter printing, the entirety of the cabinet. The entirety of the cabinet, including the inside of the cabinet. Rails on playfield. It's supposed to be easier for end users to swap out parts. Like, there's some innovation going on with these guys' games. And he's already released like the next 6 games that he's going to make. Punny Factory is first. Elements is coming out in Chicago. It'll be there, able to play it. It's going to come with a topper that's an LCD screen that has 2 speakers on it. So there's 5 speakers total in the game. Like, he's doing some stuff. You may not think the games are the best. You may think it's a total joke. Fine. You're entitled to that. But if you want a game and you buy it, you're going to get one. Something to be said about that. It's a company to watch. JJ, I don't think they're planning on. They should be on sound financial footing because he's got side business. Well, he's got main businesses. Pinball Adventures is a side project funded by that primary one. So he's not selling games to then take that money to build games. He's got working capital. He can keep this company solvent. They build and they ship, and that's what they got. And they may not sell all 150 Punny Factories, or they might, or a 120 or whatever it was. But he's making them, and I like that. So I'm watching him. He's got some other cool products too. The Pinball Pause, I love it. It's a magnet with a little plastic arm. You just stick it on the side of your cabinet there on the armor, and then when you want to pause your game, you cradle up and put this magnet with a little arm right next to the button. It holds the button down for you, so you can go get another drink, or go yell at your kid, or get the dog out of the room, or whatever's going on, or a telephone call you need to take. Just cradle up, pause, and your game is there. And when you want to go play it, you just take over again. It's like having someone hold your flipper button for you. Genius in its simplicity. I love it. I want to give some away, extra ones, so I'll give those away. What else is up? Who's going to Expo? Expo is coming. Expo is coming in October. Don's going to be there. Don's going to be there with prize packages for people. We're going to be giving daps, high fives, selfies. It's going to be tight, I think the kids say. Lit? Is that still a thing? It's going to be jovial. I'm looking at myself in my reflection. I got 10 people here still. What else you guys want to know? Tilton, Minnesota. I love Tilton, Minnesota. Except it's lit now. I mean, that's what you put, but for some reason I read it as Tilt. So, did they get their new location yet? Both names. I love Lit. I've been there 2-3 times now. That was the first place I got to play Galactic Tank Force. They just announced that they have got not only a Jurassic Park 30th coming, but a limited edition Venom. It'll be a great location to go see both of those machines in person. It's a cool place. And they're moving to a new location to expand. They're friends of the show. I gave them stickers. So here's my story with Lit. Last time I was there, I went to Minneapolis to go pick up Star Wars Premium. And on the way back, it was like 11 a.m., noon. I stopped there because I knew they had a Galactic Tank Force. I wanted to go play it. And they didn't open until 2 p.m. or something. But the techs were in there working on the games. So I knocked at the front door, and I'm like, I see the Galactic Tank Force. Like, hey, sorry, guys. I didn't know your hours or anything. What's up? And they're like, oh, yeah, we're closed. We open at 2. And I'm like, can I bribe you with some stickers to put 2 games on Galactic Tank Force? And they said, heck yeah, man. So I gave them some podcast stickers. They gave me a pint of water, and they said, have at it. What do you think? We talked a bit. They showed me around some of the games they were working on and stuff, gave me their feedback as pinball techs on which games are maintenance heavy, which games are not. Were super cool to me, and let me just come in when they weren't even open to put a couple games on Galactic Tank Force, and then gave me some water. Solid dudes, man. That's a great place. I love it. I went to their bathroom, and they have stickers up on the wall, and I found one for Jack Bar, and I jacked that sticker off the wall, and I slapped it on one of my machines at home, so I have a Jack Bar sticker. That's secret info. I haven't told that to anybody else. I hope nobody's mad at me. But, I was just a pinball nerd, and I was like, I want that. So that's my Jack Bar story. I got another comment. What machines do you currently have, and what machines do you want most? Love it. G-Money. G-Money's game room. Where's your game room located? I'll come by and make an appearance. We'll get some cloud for you. So, on my lineup, starting right to left, Star Wars Premium. No. Godzilla Premium is over there. I put it by the wall so the shadow of Godzilla projects on the wall. Godzilla Premium, Star Wars Premium, fantastic game. It's got the R2 topper. And then I got Rick and Morty for now. That's going to be going out. Next to Rick and Morty, I got Rush Limited Edition. It's my only LE. It's fantastic. I got a great price on it. I love it. I love Rush. I love the game. I got mods in it. I love my Rush. I developed my own mod for it, the drumstick mounted mod. I wasn't the first one to make that, but I refined it, made it a little simpler, and now it's available through the games people on Pinside and CoinTaker. It's on CoinTaker now. I got a mod on CoinTaker. Anyway, next to that, I got my Elvira Premium, but she looks like a 40th anniversary edition. I redid the graphics on the cabinet and the back box. I did the powder-coated armor. I found a sword shooter rod. I'm telling you, I'm working on a topper for it. It's a special game to me. That enraged some people when they saw me slap 40th anniversary graphics on a premium machine. How dare I do that? Nobody does that. Well, Don did it, and now he's got a pretty-ass machine. So go check out my Facebook page. I do have photos of it listed there. Or email me or text me. I'll send you a picture. I found a guy that was willing to do graphics similar to it. And they're not 100% perfect, but, I mean, you can't get Elvira LE graphics like that, but I got something similar that approaches it. Fucking love Rush LE. Next to that, I've got an Iron Maiden Premium I just got delivered. It's got Illusion Cherry powder-coated armor on it. I've got 2 toppers coming for it. I love that game. It's Elwyn. It's fantastic. It was one of the recent builds. I wasn't planning on getting one, and then I heard they were running again, and in a moment of weakness, I went ahead and ordered it from Mad Pinball, and they hooked me up. and got me that machine. Next to that, I have a Foo Fighters Premium that is tricked out like an LE as well. I didn't redo the graphics, but the graphics are similar enough. But I got the same powder coated color. So, and I got a Halloween out on location. And then Scooby Doo is ready to be picked up. So I got a Scooby Doo CE I'm getting on Thursday. I'm going to the factory to take delivery of Scooby. And then I've got a Venom Premium on order that I'll get next month. And then I got a Pulp Fiction on order. So that's the game room. That's the game room. I love Rick and Morty. I've got the Jerry ramp for it, but I'm working on a deal to trade that for a Big Lebowski. I think that's an adequate trade. I love Rick and Morty. I don't want to get rid of it, but I found something that I do want more than that. So I think that's the way to go. So we'll look forward to that. My nose itches. I didn't just do cocaine or something. So I'm looking forward to that. What games would I like to have? My perennial wish list includes Bally Williams in good condition. I want to at some point have a Whirlwind that I can restore. I mean, Stern got me wanting a Jurassic Park now. I'm not going to get one. I want to play it on location. I don't need another Stern, but it's a good game. What do I want to have? I have Dream Themes, of course. I think a Legend of Zelda pin would be fantastic. What am I excited about that's coming? Jaws for sure. That's going to come in, even if I need to get rid of something. That may be the thing that gets rid of Foo Fighters or the Rush LE or Godzilla maybe. My Godzilla is modded out to hell. It's got everything in it. It's got Stumbler mods in it. It's got every Leor mod available for it. I got the damn topper. I have everything. I haven't powder coated it yet, but that's coming up soon. I think I'm going to do whatever color the original Godzilla LE had, that green, illusion kind of green. I'm going to do that. I'll do an illusion green from Prismatic Powders. That's the game room. And I can't believe that I have a game room like that. I started out with one game, y'all. Stern Dark Knight. I had home use only. It was great. I learned how to operate a pinball machine, open the play field, take the glass off, fix little problems with it. And then I traded that for a Guns N' Roses limited edition. Blew my mind, new in box. And I sold that to a friend and went out the next day and picked up Star Wars. Like, it's craziness. But hashtag blessed. I've got this side hustle that I'm working right now that funds all that. So to the haters that think I'm just wasting family money, no. I got a second job that pays for that. Family money's for family money. But thank you for your concern. And it's mainly only one person that it's coming from. Do you know anyone that can make a JJP translate like the JP30th? Yes. Now we're working on a project to make our own mirror finished back glasses. And the hitch right now is finding a source for the actual mirror. But I found a person that can print. It's a person that currently can make banners for whatever game you want. It's a friend of the show, Duke Pinball. They're the ones that sent me that customized Pulp Fiction banner that blew my freaking mind. They've got a Venom banner out already. They have a Jurassic Park banner, but they did reach out and say that they may be able to do the graphics for the mirrored back glass if we can find some place to source the mirror, which shouldn't be too difficult. So yeah, we got that coming up. Yeah, Jaws. So, before I really kind of like knew a lot about Jaws, I had seen it. Tim, yeah, email me. I'll get back to you with that info. But Jaws, like I knew it as a shark movie or something, but watching it again as an adult, it's really a movie about those characters on that boat, and the shark is just like the set dressing. So if they could bring the call-outs from the movie, if they just get the movie assets, that game can be just amazing. We know it's going to shoot great, right? I mean, it's Elwyn, so it's going to be awesome. I've heard of something about it having like a double flipper system, like instead of just a regular Italian bottom. I don't know. He knows what he's doing, so I'm open to whatever innovation that he wants to drive with Jaws. But for sure, we're going to see a Pro Premium LE and like a Super LE edition. I don't know if it'll be like the Bond where it's a completely separate fourth version, or if they're just going to release a $20,000 version of Jaws that's a little bit better than the LE. Maybe it comes with the topper or something. They're going to do something. There's going to be some kind of cash grab component to Jaws. But Jaws is a game that I think I would legitimately buy the LE from Stern and not just like make my own out of a premium. just because it's going to hold its money, man. It's Elwyn, it's Jaws. So there's going to be a boat mech of some. Will the boat mech sink like the building in Godzilla sinks? I think that would be cool. Maybe it's Goldfinger. Oh yeah. I get what you're saying. I was thinking the band. You're talking about Bond. But yeah, so Jaws. I'm gonna go ahead and call it now. There's gonna be a boat, and the boat may sink as a mechanism. There's gonna be a shark fin, probably. Maybe it pops up and travels across the play field, and you can hit it. Maybe like in a trough from underneath. Kind of like Big Buck Hunter. Another game that I saw a great version of Big Buck Hunter that somebody had powder coated like Hunter's Orange, and it was like the best edition of Big Buck Hunter I've ever seen. And I think it was kind of expensive, like $8,000 or $9,000, but like it would have been the definitive version of Buck Hunter to have. I don't even know if it's that good of a game. I don't think I've played a real one. I played it virtually, but like a shark fin has got to get released and come across the play field at least somewhere. Maybe the target just gets exposed and you hit it. And then you have to have some kind of climactic finale with the Jaws with a barrel of explosives in its mouth, and you hit it and it explodes or something. So we'll see. But I'm anticipating like the game of the year with Jaws, with all the hype that's behind it. I just hope it does have some assets, some call-outs, some clips, instead of just being like a Jurassic Park where it's the movie poster, the lunchbox version, as it were. I mean, essentially, Hans, I'm always designing games, man, in my head. This idea for a Legend of Zelda homebrew, 8-bit NES Zelda is what I want to do. Simple play field. The idea is to beat the 8 dungeons and then fight Ganon. Along the way, you can collect rupees as a currency. You can hit a scoop that will be a shop that you can buy items, which unlock the other dungeons. And then it plays similar to Total Nuclear Annihilation with its 9 reactors. Only there's 8 dungeons plus the final one. The idea kicking around in my head. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but I think getting the 8-bit art on a play field would be visually impressive. Gold powder coat has to be, and then I don't know if it needs maybe like little upper play field, just kind of like shoot up there to hit a couple things. Like that's how you beat one dungeon or something. But otherwise, it's about collecting money, collecting items, unlocking the like mini modes for each one of the. I was gonna have it based around the bosses. So you open up the first dungeon, and then you have to beat that horse boss. And there's like 3 shots to make, and then you kill it. And then you go to the next one. You unlock the next one. Each one you collect a piece of the Triforce, and maybe like there's an LCD screen in the play field where they all fill in at or something. But I think that would be cool. Just keep to just The Legend of Zelda, the first NES game, and that's the game. Maybe the upper play field is shaped like the gold NES cartridge. Maybe we'll get a reproduction cartridge, and that's the actual play field you play on. Maybe with a piece of plexiglass over it, so it's a flat surface. But that would be kind of fun. Like hit an upper play field with the actual cartridge in there, and you can like play. It would be a cool homebrew design, I think. And you could sample all the songs from the game, all the sound effects from the game. They're totally available, easy to find and source. So when you get a rupee, it makes that rupee noise. And then I'll see if I can persuade, with money, Mr. Scott Denisi to remix some of the old classic Zelda tunes with some thumping techno track and some music and stuff. So when you win a mode, like it goes into a techno version. I think that game could really come alive with just that. I think that would be homebrew of the year, man. If I could figure out how to make a pinball machine, that's what I would do. My other ideas, like Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, I still think it's a good idea, but not as cool as this Zelda idea is going to be. But do I want to make that as my first game? Because it's going to be kind of janky as I'm learning the process. We'll see. So with homebrews, I know you can make one homebrew. It's fair use. You don't have to worry about licensing. Can you sell one homebrew that you made, though? Like if I wanted to buy that guy's Dukes of Hazzard, he's only making one of them. I want it. Can I buy it from him as his piece of art that he made, his piece of parody art? Where's the law on that? If I like take any one of the homebrews, Elf. If I liked Elf, could I purchase the parts to it and build it myself? Or could I just get the art files and print my own version of it? Like, what are the rules with homebrew around that? If I wanted to make my own Sonic the Hedgehog, could I make it in his image and have my own? These are things I think about. These are things I think about. Oh, I know. Let's talk about multimorphic for a minute. So cool technology. I get what they were doing and they accomplished what they were set to do. But what about just building a pinball cabinet and then you buy the pinball cabinet and then you sell them populated play fields of different games in them? And so you open the back box, put in a different SD card, put an entire play field in there, and have an actual different pinball game. Forget the LCD screen thing, forget the cantilevered flippers, but like just have a populated game field you can switch out in a cabinet. Then maybe you pay $4,000 for a new game. You're buying a populated play field, but you already have the and enough back box mechanics that you don't need to put a whole new computer system in there or something. You just plug in the Ethernet data cables, and then there you go, just like a Stern. What if you could just buy a Stern play field and swap it into a Stern cabinet and play a different game? I think that's a good idea. It would save space. You could have like full games. What if I could take my Godzilla playfield out, put a Foo Fighters playfield in it, and just play that? Why can't I do that? System compatibility issues or something, but that could be arranged. I just think that'd be kind of a neat idea. Instead of just spending like $3,000 for a playfield to drop in the back of the cabinet, playfield in the cabinet. That's all I'm saying. From the mind of Don, this is what I think of. All right. Next comment or question. I've been doing a soliloquy for over an hour. I know. The DIY kit is available from Trident Pinball. It looks fantastic for $2,000 or maybe a little bit over. You get a whole cabinet with a flippable whitewood. It's already kind of routed out. Put the Italian bottom in there, the eject mechanism for the balls, so you can at least flip a whitewood in your house for $2,000. And then it's just all about adding the art and the programming and the mechanisms and populating a playfield. That's cool. That's gonna if I do Zelda, that's how I'm gonna do it for sure. Feel free to steal my idea. Somebody else makes Zelda, I'll come play it. I'll probably buy it off you. I think Legend of Zelda could work. OG first one. What do you think? Would I get cease and desisted by Nintendo anyway? Probably. I'd have to make it in secret and then reveal it at Expo, get my awards, and then just keep it in my house. Well, I think I'm going to call this YouTube live stream a successful test. I think this worked. Oh man, I'm missing comments. G Money Game Room says it has jaws swimming beneath the playfield and jumps out of the playfield to eat the ball. Similar to Jurassic Park. Yeah, I mean, Trash Can Ninja thinks Stern's going to get the Nintendo license. Yeah, so the thing I heard about with the Nintendo license, though, is that Nintendo wants to have control of their license. If it's going to have a pinball machine, they're the ones that want to make it. I don't know how true that is. Just stuff I hear. I think it was Dennis Creasel told me that. Probably kernel of truth to it, but I don't think it's non-insurmountable, or I don't think it's insurmountable. Non-insurmountable would be like the opposite of that. So I'll just say that all right. The question for the table is, how do I respond to the considerable taunting I get from Kaneda? I don't know where it's coming from. I gotta assume that maybe he's not the most secure dude and just has to reach out or something. But whatever. I went in on a Venom, class, because I had decided a whole machine ago that I was going to buy the next 4 Sterns and have them on a rotating basis. And if I'm lucky, maybe I upgrade a game and I flip it for a couple $100 more than I paid for it. And if I'm not lucky, I take a $500 loss on it. But I at least get to have a new game in the game room, blah, blah, blah. So I would say that he's either not listening or doesn't care to. And that's why he's giving me crap about buying a Venom when I shouldn't do it for some reason. If you want Venom, buy a damn Venom, right? If it's too expensive, it's too expensive. It's a value judgment. I'm not planning on having it forever and bolting it to any of my floors. So for me, it made sense, right? I mean, that made sense to me. Get a Venom and I'll play with it. So that's my response to that guy. I just think he's either not working with all the information, because it really is reasonable, or he's just being disingenuous and just fanning content because I don't know. The dude can go on a live and stream just like I can. So it's not for lack of content. He did more shows this week than I did. I listened to them all. I listened to his Saturday Night Live. I talked to the guy. So I don't know. I don't know why I get attacked like that. I don't care enough to attack back. If you're going to show yourself off to be foolish, then people will see that. It's just that I'm new, and what's up, Ryan? It's just that I knew I need to earn my stripes. What stripes? This is pinball. This isn't even near life and death. This isn't even hangnail level of seriousness. Like I need to go through some kind of hazing. Fine, all right, have at it. Haze away. I'm not going to participate in it. I'm going to make fun content that I enjoy doing. I mean, sure. So side effect, get my name out there, right? You know how I'm getting my name out there? I'm making magnets with my logo on them, and I'm sticking them on machines at arcades for people to take home with them. I'd rather do it that way. But yeah, any kind of cloud I can get. This is a fun outlet for me. I like it when I'm on someone's live stream and I win something. Marco got me my tool bag. I'm so ecstatic about that. I won a Godzilla banner from Flipping Out. It made my week, dude. So if I can come on a live stream and send somebody a bag of candy and some stickers, I did that this week. The 2 random people that I picked from a live stream. There was a third person, and they never emailed me their address. I got their stuff, but they never gave me an address to send it to. So what am I supposed to do? So it makes sense for me to get my game from Mad Pinball because Jeff's a solid dude. He got me a Godzilla when everybody else had a 1-year waiting list. So as a favor to them, I tell everybody where I got my games from. Nothing against any. I bought stuff from Flipping Out too. But Mad Pinball is my current supplier, and since I've started buying games from him, they haven't come up short for me. They hooked it up. They arrange shipping. Games show up at my house. It's great. So I like some Mad Pinball. They send me shirts. I give them away. I do giveaways. You want a Mad Pinball T-shirt? I got extra. I'll send you one. Give me your size. I've got Don's Pinball Podcast shirt. Do you want to see one of them? Please stop while I hawk my wares. Right. Don's. Look at this one. This is the only one I brought with me. But I got this idea from Fathom, and I had an artist draw it up on Fiverr. I paid him like $35, and then I pay about $15 to get a shirt, and I sell them for $25 because that covers part of the shipping. It's like $6 to ship a T-shirt. This T-shirt costs $15, so I'm already $21 into it, and I send it to you. I only know how to be my own authentic self. I don't know how to put on some persona and become somebody else for a live stream. First off, that is so lame. I'm not going to do that. Second off, it's exhausting to come up with a different persona and be present, be makeup tutorial person or something. And then afterwards you're you can't keep it up. You're going to fail at some point. So it's much better to just be whoever you are, good or bad, get it out there and let it breathe on its own. So that's what I'm doing. If someone else is making video and wants to choose me as their target, they can have all the fun with a one-sided battle they want because I'm just not interested in participating in that. For those that don't, well, most people don't know this. I was in the theme park roller coaster hobby pretty deep. My friend Ryan Davies will attest to this. And there's always a guy. Canado, you call him something different. There's always some guy in some fandom that kind of rules it his way, or maybe he's a little narcissistic or whatever it is. Well, there was this dude in the theme park world, and if you didn't follow along with everything how he wanted it, he kicked you off his forum and made it be like it was a big deal. And if you're 14 years old, that's your passion is roller coasters because that's what you're on, and you get kicked off of that site, it's like your whole world melts away, But I'm an adult, and so I don't care about that. If you want to kick me off your site, fine. Okay, I'll go somewhere else. Got older. As I matured and got older, I started following vampire rules. Right, vampire can't come into your home unless you invite them. So, I have my own brand of like, weirdness, whatever. And so, I'm not going to force it on people if they don't want it. But if you invite me in, I'm going to bring my authentic self to me. So, okay. Hopefully that's cool. This is a fun hobby for me. Getting upset about somebody's internet drama is not very fun. Friends come with kindness, and you get to know you before they do their good-natured rooting. Just like being caustic, it's just stupid. It sucks. It could turn people off, I think. So honestly, I don't think a whole lot about it. I just do what I do. Like today, I threw together a whole episode on what I started the day not having much to talk about. I managed to put it together, and I did 35 minutes. For sure. Yeah, if stuff sucks, you should know about it. Stern service. I've heard about people having problems contacting Stern directly. So your topper part, Tim, right, that you're waiting on, are you contacting Stern directly, or did you go through a distributor and are contacting through your distributor? Because I had an issue with a new in-box Foo Fighters. My opto for the Overlord shot was not reading. And I diagnosed the problem. Ray Day even helped me out online, figuring out that, yes, I had a bad opto board. The receiver, I think, was bad. And so I contacted Stern directly, and they said, talk to your distributor, homie. There's the door. So I went through MAD, and 3 days later, I had a new opto board, put it in, soldered it, worked great. So that sucks you're waiting on a topper part. Like, what topper? Let's start with that. Let's see if we can diagnose it and fix this ourselves. We don't need Stern. We can fix these things ourselves. We are handy men and women with skills. Oh, your Elvira House of Horrors topper. Stripped linkage. So what does it look like inside there? Is there like a circuit board or some kind of like computer component within the top itself? And is it a problem where are you losing signal at, I guess? Do you have one of those signal testing electric pens you can get from Home Depot? I forget they carry the name of like the number one electrical brand. Oh, okay. So yeah, so you have to find out where the problem's coming from. Is it a stripped wire that you're having, or is it like a plastic Molex connector that goes into the circuit board that's not going in right? What do you need to replace, I guess? Because if it's a plastic Molex, you might just need to get a new one and just change the wires over one at a time. A flipper coil connected to a 90-degree linkage. Okay. That is on a shaft and it is stripped. So it's a mechanical issue, right? So electronically the thing is firing, but it's not engaging because it's stripped. Man, I put YouTube. I want to eventually do my streaming on YouTube because I think it's got a better way to interact and everything. Sorry, balls of steel, man. But yeah, we be over here. We've been here for 78 minutes already. I've just been going. Anyway, so you've got a stripped linkage. You need a new mechanical part. So either you got to engineer the thing yourself or reach out to Marco and send them pictures of what you need, because it's probably some kind of off-the-shelf part. So my buddy Tim has an Elvira House of Horrors topper that has a stripped linkage on the coil that caused the crypt to pop open. And he's been waiting on Stern but hasn't heard anything back. So we are troubleshooting it here virtually through Don's Pinball Podcast Home Improvement Edition. There's a set screw on the coil shaft linkage that's stripped. The linkage and the set screw is stripped. All right. So either you need to tap this thing yourself, jam that set screw in and Gorilla Glue the damn thing, or just get a new linkage. But I kind of see Stern as a type of people that wouldn't completely reinvent a de novo part. This is probably a readily available part from something that was purposed into this topper. And so I think you just need to replace the mechanical part of it. And Marco Specialties may be able to help you. I would reach out to them next and say, hey, this is what I got. Here's the problem. do you guys know of a fix? And they may sell you a $4.95 part to swap out. Post some pictures and send them to me. I want to fix this topper for you. I care about toppers, sir. But yeah, I've had things that seem daunting in pinball, and I've been able to learn enough to figure them out. So yeah, send me some pictures and reach out to Marco's Specialties and Pinball Life because they're both pretty helpful. Yeah, man, we're going to get this fixed. You're going to get a working topper. This is a mechanical device. Things break. Things get stripped. We can fix it ourselves. We don't need Big Daddy Stern. You know, your warranty claim may take 6 months, and that's a problem. And it shouldn't be like that. And I heard that with the move in the new factory, they're going to have a more robust consumer outreach unit. But that we would hope they would, because that would boost confidence in their material. So it behooves them to take care of their end user customers and get you a dang crypt that works. Otherwise, for around $600, you can buy Don's Pinball Podcast custom Gargoyle Elvira topper that is currently in development. And that now that I'm not going to be working all the damn time, because I'm actually on top of my student loans, I'll have more time to devote to creating toppers for Elvira, which is my true passion in life. I'm like 60% of the way there. I've got all the major hurdles overcome, and now it's just a matter of assembly and figuring out exactly how I want to put it together. But imagine this: 2 big stone gargoyles sitting on top of your, Don's Pinball Podcast at gmail.com. 2 stone gargoyles that are 3D printed, holding candles that light up and activate with things that happen in the game, sitting up on top of your Elvira machine back box. Big gargoyles. One of the problems I'm having is the gargoyles from the Haunted Mansion. I don't know if I mentioned that. Same as the Disney World ones. You know, the gargoyles in the stretch room holding the 2 candles, but its head kind of comes out. And the problem I'm having is the head hangs down so low that when you lift up the play field, it rests against their heads. So I came up with a magnetic attachment so you can, when you need to operate on your machine, you can pick them up, turn them 90 degrees and set them down, bring up your play field, and not have it just rest against their heads. It was either that or make the head detachable, and I thought that was just too many parts. I'd rather have it like one big thing and magnetically attaches. So I've got a little bit of engineering to do, but it's going to be simple. And it should have that in hopefully 2 months. I'll be able to show some pictures of the progress. In addition to that, I went ahead and I'm getting myself a stern Elvira topper just because I've been waiting so long for the damn things. And I'm going to end up with 2 toppers for Elvira. I don't know. Maybe I'll just hang on to the other one and see if it appreciates. Maybe if my topper sucks. Or maybe I'll make a topper and it's so cool that I'll sell it, then I'll stern one on. I don't know. We're playing. Maybe I'll take my stern Elvira topper and put it on top of Foo Fighters because I'm allowed to do whatever I want, apparently. How long can we go on live stream? This is fun. How much money have I made live streaming? Hour and a half. Some quick math. What's 140 plus 70? 210? Yeah. Better than stars. What else do you guys want to talk about? Fix problems. You want to keep going? Call it a night? I need to go play some Zelda. Oh, nice. Yeah, hit me up at anybody. Hit me up at the Don's Pinball Podcast at gmail.com. Should we give away something? Godzilla Pro or Cat? I mean, come on. Hey, Pinball Hans, what's the name of your pinball mod company again? Just comment down below real quick. Verification. Godzilla Pro plays amazingly well. That's the game for sure you should get. It's probably even a little bit cheaper than Cactus Canyon. Cactus Canyon is fun, but it does not have the depth and breadth of Godzilla. Like, come on. I guess the better one would be Black Knight Sword of Rage Pro or Cactus Canyon. I would do Cactus Canyon there. That was a good one. Huh. That's not the right answer, Hans. How very suspicious of you. I like Cactus Canyon as a game. Actually, on a virtual machine, I have 2 versions of Cactus Canyon, and one of them has updated code. And I wonder if that's the code that Play Mechanics is supposedly working with. I don't know, but it plays much better. It's more full. So I wonder if it's something like that. I love playing. I'd rather have a diner. I'd rather have a kingpin. I'd rather have a no fear. I'd rather have a whirlwind. I'd rather have a whitewater for sure. But I appreciate Cactus Canyon. Whoa, Andrew McBain's blowing up my my Facebook. Oh man, I'm swole. SS Billiards. They got a Big Bang bar. Wow. I've got that virtually again in my Ultra VP. I've advocated for it. I'm shilling again. What a great virtual cabinet. I love it. I paid full price. Recommend it. It's a way that I can go when I'm in the mood for it. I can go and I can play like every game. It's virtual, right? It's not as good as the real thing, but I've played more games of Big Bang Bar virtually than I ever have in real life. I can play Whitewater whatever I want. I can play Fire. Have you guys played Fire? What a cute little game. It's got a little bell up on top when it's working. But I'm not going to go buy a Fire. But I can go play it virtually. So I don't think that's a problem. Exactly. The Cactus Canyon code, the new code is really what's going to add value to that game. And I think it's disingenuous because people bought this game. The code was going to come out, and it hasn't. To the point that people have sold their games. What the hell, man? I don't think they're as transparent enough as they should be. I know there was a tragedy with Lyman, so delays are understandable. But where's the code? Preliminarily, where's the code? Release the version you have now, and then keep working on it. Oh, okay. Anyway, I thought the code was cool on the virtual one. Cactus Canyon Revisited or something. I'm trying to see what Hans told me. I'll see it. So anyway, where in Minnesota is SS Billiards? Is it in Minneapolis? Because that's the easiest place for me to get to. That and La Crescent. Right. Josh seems like a cool guy. His dad seems super cool. I'd love to meet that dude. I love that movie. And I didn't watch it for the longest time because I'm like, this stupid pinball movie. It's going to be dumb. I don't want to watch it. And oh my God, it was like the greatest movie ever. What a fantastic, not just a pinball movie, but just a great movie. I love it. The Man Who Saved the Game. It's awesome. It's legitimately an awesome movie. Okay. All right. SS Billiards. It's on the list. I'm for sure gonna check it out. I thought I heard like a dog bark or something, which would be exceedingly weird for a hospital. You guys want to peek out in the hallway? I haven't taken anybody through the hospital yet. This will be content driven here. What? Look at this hallway. It's dark outside. I can't open that door without an alarm going off. Thanks. I got your email. You guys want a hospital tour? Should we do that for something to do? Let me throw my flops on. The people. All right. I wonder if I'll lose my Wi-Fi. Oh, look at these pictures. These West Virginia scenes. This is the Babcock Grist Mill, I think. At Babcock State Park. I've been there. This is a train on the Tigard River or some creek or some such. I don't even know if I'm supposed to do this, but I'm bringing people content. What time is it here even? I just can't show anything medically weird. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. I need some dinner. Anyway, there's a nurse's station if you've never seen one. Me, I'm the 24-hour janitor here. Look at, that's a crash cart. What a great topper that would be for Rescue 911. It absolutamente is empty. and not a bad thing because I'm not paid for work generated. I'm paid for hours. Oh, let me tell Monica to get on the live stream. Yo, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right. I sent my wife a message telling her I'm live streaming right now. Let's see if she comes in here and yells. She's always so protective. When I share too much, she'll jump on and tell me, like, to knock off. There we go. I won't get no hillbillies peeking in on me. Oh, a telephone. I have a caller. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. Hey, Garrison here. Hello. Oh. All right, yeah, sounds fine. She full failed outpatient, yeah. All right. I was here on the floor. Thanks, yeah. Apologies. Occasionally work, finds me, given that I live here at work. I went to TPF. I'm wondering if Pinball Expo will be that much better. TPF was insane. So TPF is the show. I went to Expo last year. I went to TPF the year before. It's not going to be nothing's quite like TPF. But Expo was fun. All the companies are there. It's in Chicago, so you get a lot of people from the industry there. So I like it for that part of it. But I mean, Texas gets like everybody from the country all in one area. Expo gets a lot of the industry people that live and work in Chicago. So for that reason, it's got a different feel to it. It's not as huge as Texas was, but it was a lot bigger than any of the other expos I've been to. So come on up and check it out. Chicago's a fun place. You don't necessarily need to go to 3 days of Expo. I'd be going, being there for Saturday and maybe one other day, and then go check out some Chicago stuff. If you live nearby, for sure, go to it. I'm going to be there hanging out, so maybe just want to come and hang out with Don. That's totally cool. I'll have a T-shirt on. I've got a cosplay outfit that I think is hilarious. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. So if you can drive into Chicago area or take a quick flight up and come for the weekend, it'll be good times. It didn't have Texas was just there's so many people in Texas and so many games. It's so big, but Disney World is big and Disneyland is still really fun, right? I don't do able to play a 2-player game on Foo Fighters with J Danger TPF. Okay, well, I'm going to run that by me one more time there, G Money. Do I have any pins on Govee plugs? What the hell is that? I was able to play with Jack Danger at one of the Foo Fighter release parties. What a swell guy. I took the plastic out of the apron for Foo Fighters and brought it there and got him to sign it. So my game really does have just about the same stuff as an LE. That was fantastic. Govee. Is that like what kind of plug is that? Is that like a Wi-Fi plug so you can turn things on? Oh, no, I probably should though. Right now I'm just using some power strips, and I just turn every game on individually. The problem I'm having now is I'm blessed with so many games that I've overloaded the circuit breaker before, and so I don't operate like all my games at the same time. But I can do like 6 of them. Actually, I think it was the virtual machine in addition to everything else that was overloading everything. So I moved the virtual machine. Oh my god, a different circuit. How rude of me. Bless me. Where's Monica at? She was going to look for me on YouTube. But the place that I'm currently operating Halloween at does do that. So Wi-Fi-ably, they can go on and turn every game on and off. So it seems kind of cool. Link it to the cab lighting. What? All right, I'll check it out. Great. More pinball stuff to buy. That sounds fantastic. But I do have surge protectors at least on my games, so they don't whatever surge. I need to get another circuit thrown in though, and then I can comfortably have like every day running and playing at the same time with no risk of anything going down. What do you guys think of the YouTube? I'm gonna get back home and I'll be home more consistently so I can do videos. I love what Carrie Hardy's doing. Hey, Monica's here. What's up? What's up, Mon? Welcome to the live stream. We are in minute 96. Who's been here the whole time? You guys are champions. Oh, I should give away something. For anybody that's watched this long. Monica, how should I do a giveaway? Do you guys want a t-shirt? Should give away a t-shirt. Let me know if you guys are into that. Tell you what. This guy that won some stuff from my last live stream never gave me his address. So I do have one bag ready to send out and a little bag of this Hard Rock candy that they make in West Virginia. So maybe I should do another drawing. Huh? What do you think? Tim's down. Tim, you've been here the whole damn time. I think you should win by default. What do you think? Good idea. Should we just give the prize to Tim because he's been here the entire 97 minutes, and not only that, he was the one that goaded me into even doing this live stream tonight. So I say we reward this guy. Executive decision. All right, when I get back home and I've got all of my stuff, I'll do more giveaways and things. Right now, the only things I have are my dirty T-shirt. Maybe that makes it worth more. I've been wearing this sweat in this shirt. All right, Tim. Tim, go ahead and email me which address you want me to send this stuff to, and I will send you a fun little package. I can send it out tomorrow from West Virginia to your house, wherever the heck that is. But you got to email me an address, dude. That's going to be the new thing with the giveaways. You guys have got to email me your address that you want the stuff sent to if you win. I've had it twice now that people have won stuff, and then I just don't hear from them. And it's like, what am I do with this? Tim, you win for longevity. This is a war of attrition, sir. And you hung on long enough. So yeah, just whenever we're done, donspinballpodcast@gmail.com. It's all one word. DONS, Pinball Podcast, all one word, @gmail.com. Send me an address, I'll send you stuff. For everybody else, y'all want some stickers? Just help a brother out. Venmo me $5, and I will send you some podcast stickers to your house. I got all kinds of them. This one's got sparkles, man. Look at that. Look at that. And this is like the new logo that I got. So I got stickers and magnets and coasters and stuff. And for $5, I will mail them out to you in an envelope. And you can have some stickers to go play with. Go put them on your water bottles. Put them on your cat. I don't care. I'll send you a magnet too. You can throw in your refrigerator. Or you can put it on your coin door of your machine. You have the Don's Pinball Podcast logo right on there. Tim, thank you for coming through, buddy. You've got some goodness coming at you. I need to pick up. This is my last time coming to this hospital in West Virginia. So I need to pick up some more of this like hard candy that this lady makes in town. It's delicious. It's not nutritious, but it tastes damn good. But yeah, stickers for your RC cars. Just email me at donspinballpodcast@gmail.com or use the email at Venmo or PayPal and send me $5 and an address, and you will get some love in your mailbox. If you send me $25 and a t-shirt size, I will send you a t-shirt to your house. I just got a run of these. I only had 5 made of white t-shirts with the mermaid logo. They're all an extra large. So if you're an extra large hefty guy and you want one of these bad boys, $25, I'll send it to you. 30, I'll send it to you with some stickers. And if you want another shirt, add $20 to that. G Money. Thank you, sir. For sure. Yeah, I bought a bunch of those knockoff sunglasses, and I usually rock a hat, sometimes tilted to the side because I be street and stuff. But yeah, that's me. So I did a couple of tester videos. I'm hoping to do a ton more once I kind of get into the groove of everything. And I would like to do some. We got a lot of personality from a hat. That's me with the glasses and stuff. Thanks for watching, yo. Extra large would be a nightgown on me. Trash can ninja. A little slender dude. That's cool. I got you covered. I got medium shirts, man. I go all the way down to medium. I got shirts with this podcast logo in them, in medium size, in stock right now. And I'm making some moves to hopefully get my stuff on Silverball Swag too, or whatever. Myself, DIY aesthetic, punk rock. If you want the stuff, I got the stuff. And the shirts are cool, man. I dig them. Hats are coming. I found a supplier. It's just a matter of like me having time at home to get the files sent over. But I'm thinking, that logo on a hat. What kind of hats you want? You like trucker hats? I kind of like trucker hats. This is nice. Columbia makes these. Columbia makes these fitted trucker hats, and they're amazing. And they're usually a little bit pricey. But I live near the Wisconsin Dells, and there's an outlet store, a Columbia outlet, and they always have these hats like for sale. So I was thinking of, again, I'm a DIY dude, getting this patch off and sewing my own patch and having like branded Columbia wear. How freaking baller would that be? I'm at least going to make one. So I can have a Columbia branded hat with my own patched logo on it. I get giddy over that stuff, man. Because there's no way I can land a license to do a collab with a clothing company like this. But if I can make it my own, then I still got it, right? Make some Dawn hats. Well, so Monica thinks it's a good idea. She's the one that's going to be sewing the damn patch. Mon, I've been going for 102 minutes. What's going on? It's 9:30 on a Sunday. Little Caesars is going to close, and I'm not going to get any din-din tonight. I'm going to have to be making pizza bagels. But anyway, the stickers are cool, man. They've got cool finish on them. Tim, I'll send you out some love tomorrow. I got a package ready to go. This other dude didn't send me his email address, so he can't get mad. Tim, 20. Or you can try to win one on a live stream. You're already a lucky dude. Oh, I gotta pump my back. There we go. All right, what's next? What else should we do? How many hours should I live stream for? So this is going to turn into a cooking show, but I got some Lender's bagels. I got pizza sauce and actual mozzarella. And Monica, I bought a cheese grater so I can grate my own mozzarella in my toaster oven and make like pizza on a bagel. Not the frozen pizza bagels, but like actual pizza bagels. So look, I love everybody. I got your address, Tim. I'll send your stuff out tomorrow. Thank you for making the YouTube live stream a total success. I think we covered a lot of information. If you want some more content, 10 hours, get out of here. I dropped an episode today, and that'll probably be the last one until I get back home. I'm going to go down to Spooky Pinball on Thursday. I got a whole week of activities planned. This pinball life is nuts, let me tell you. But yeah, Tim's a winner because he hung out on this entire stream, and that's solid. Says a lot. We'll get that Elvira topper fixed somehow. I'm gonna take a look at it. I need to get some food, and I gotta do a little minuscule amount of work because, like, I'm kind of an important guy. What can I say? This pinball life be cray, yo, in a good way. How do I log off this thing now? Do I just hit the X? I guess we'll try the X, yo. We're gonna X this like Twitter.